NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the second-year man from Louisiana. Here's Elijah Mitchell. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The numbers last week for Mitchell. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
From the 29, Lance. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Greg Dortch back deep. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Kyler Murray in his 4th NFL season leading this Cardinal offense. Already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his time with Arizona.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this game, of course, held at the fabled Estadio Azteca, home to the Mexican national soccer team. Home to 2 World Cup finals, including Diego Maradona and the Hand of God goal in 1986. Look it up, kids. This is the final international games for 2022, as well as the 5th time a regular season game has been held here. The Cards and Niners actually played in the first of those games back in 2005, a 31-14 Arizona victory in front of an announced crowd of over 103,000. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in the conference.
Lance with a tap forward on a jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form. And pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The numbers there for Connor in last week's game. 17 carries, 54 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. The Cardinals at 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners of 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know,
he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To throw, it's Murray. Got him in, it's Brown. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Murray a give. This is Connor. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Buying time to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Again, Murray will keep it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They run behind center with Connor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Lance looking to throw it. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 25 yards that time. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Cardinals! Hollywood, Marquise Brown from 19 yards away. And the Cardinals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance, he'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime, past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Murray getting this out wide to Hopkins. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Play fake. Murray. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Connor up the middle. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Lance now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Lance on the option left. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now in Mexico City. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 7, Lance. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Connor. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Murray keeps it himself. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cardinals get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25. So Lance and the Niners down by 10. 1:44 to go. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here.
Here we go. Here we go.
Lance back to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Lance. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lance. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time here. Lance. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this thing up. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ball game. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the